Hello, how's it going, guys? The Desert Monk has returned. It's been a while since I've recorded a video, but today just felt like a good day to do it. As for me, mainly just been working, trying to stay healthier, and improving myself every day, as everyone should. There's always going to be bumps in the road and things that slow you down or throw you off course, but as long as you can get back on the path that you're destined for and that's going to benefit you, that's what life's all about, which brings me to my point of today's video. I'd like to talk a little bit about roadblocks in life. Have you guys ever been driving? Doesn't matter the speed, and then suddenly you look ahead and you see brake lights and you gotta slam the brakes, get a little scared, a little nervous about it, or just pissed off that you had to slow down so much? Well, that happens in life all the time. The brake lights of life will slow you down. This could be an injury, a financial hit that you weren't anticipating, a broken relationship, a literal flat tire. There's always something in life that is going to knock you off course or at least slow you down. And you don't have to let that define how you react to this negative issue. You don't have to let it consume you. You can how should I word this? The way you should look at it is sometimes a roadblock could be keeping you away from danger or an issue, right? When you see these signs out on the road when you're driving, there's usually a good reason that you shouldn't be driving on that road. Like, you have to make it in your mind that this was a blessing to slow you down. Like, you don't want to just harp on the fact that, like, oh, I should be 2 miles up ahead of the road, but here I am waiting at the roadblock. I know it's frustrating, it breaks your momentum, but there's no need of sitting there and staying angry at traffic cones. You have to move forward and find a new path to get you where you need to go. A lot of people plan days, weeks, and months, ahead, and a roadblock's a nice little reminder that the universe and the world around you doesn't care about your plans whatsoever. The world's gonna spin one way or the other, so you can't let that consume you. And true determination and true willpower to prove to yourself that you really want to get something done is not having the perfect plan. It's still getting where you needed to go with your route out of whack. Like, if your plan fails and then you give up on your dream, was it really that important to you at the end of the day? Or you just only wanted to get that done because it was going to be easy? And a lot of things in life aren't easy, so don't let something in your life that's slowing you down from your ultimate goal prevent you from ever attempting to get back on that path. It's It's very important to stay disciplined with that. And it's not easy, you know. There's plenty of times where you want to throw your hands up and just say, this is a sign that I shouldn't be doing this. But maybe it's not a sign to tell you should stop trying your goal. Maybe it's a challenge to see if you really want it. You know, like, you have to look at it as like a test. Are you willing to go a little further? Take the scenic route with the bumpier road, the unpaved road, to get where you need to go? Or are you just gonna turn around and go home? So don't look at a roadblock and assume that that was put in place to prevent you from stopping altogether. You have to look at these things like a test to make you a more disciplined, stronger person to persevere through harder challenges later, because those are never going to end. So no one has the perfect plan, and just about everyone's had to adjust their original plan because of a roadblock of some sort that they ran into. So, you know, keep that in mind before you throw your hands up and just want to quit. When you're stuck behind a roadblock, you really only have two options, you know. Like, say an appliance goes out at your house. This would be the roadblock. Well, you could either stay mad that your washing machine is broken, or you could start problem solving and figuring out ways to save money to purchase a new one. And in the meantime, maybe locate the nearest laundromat and start figuring out a route of how you could get there comfortably to at least keep your clothes washed in the meantime until you have enough to get a new washer. You know, that's one option. Or the other one would just be like, you give up. You never replace the original washer. Your clothes start stinking, and then everyone's looking at you funny. Like, is that you? Fucking stinks in here, you know? Like, you don't want that. You don't want that. That giving up attitude can almost be smelled off a person, you know? You can tell if someone is highly motivated or if they just don't care, if you spend enough time with them, you know? So those are your two options, you know. You either remap your route in life to get where you need to go, or you stay stuck behind the cones. So, you know, keep that in mind. The other thing to prepare for is roadblocks. As you know, if you've driven long enough, usually lead to detours. And sometimes these detours are not the most pleasant routes. You know, you're getting a harsher route than what you would have normally took. And sometimes you're getting a route that's unfamiliar. You might have never went down that road before. And in life, the same can happen, right? With these roadblocks, you have to take a detour that may feel uncomfortable. So when you're driving, you might want to be a little more aware of your surroundings because you're not familiar with this road. The same goes for regular life. If you have a roadblock in your life, you want to drive a little slower on this bumpy path, right? and be aware of your surroundings and take stock of how you got here and how you're going to get out. Because some people might not like to hear this, but some of the roadblocks you can run into in life are man-made. You know, like you could have done it to yourself. And sometimes when you have to take this detour, while you're on the detour, you can kind of slow down and think about what got me here. Was there anything I could have done better to avoid running into this roadblock? And sometimes, you know, it's not your fault, but sometimes it is. So it's just good to be mindful of like what you may have potentially done to get yourself in this spot. You know, it's always good to be honest with yourself and just be aware that every little action you do impacts your life positively or negatively. So just bear in mind that if you could change your own actions, maybe you don't end up with that same roadblock again. And this could be referencing like relationship issues for an example. Like say you and your significant other, or you and one of your relatives are having a rough patch, or you guys are not talking or arguing all the time. That's a good time to be going down this detour road and really look around and see what you may have done to get to this point. You know? So I think that pretty much covers it. It's good to be back. So yeah. I guess a question I have for you guys is, what roadblocks, big or small, made you want to give up, but you decided not to? And what benefits did you get from not giving up, taking that detour, and getting to where you need to go? Other than that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. It's the Desert Monk. I'll be back again, and I'll see you guys in the next round.